All right, let's see. As you can see, I have different clothes, and it's dark outside. And the reason for this is that the next question, I couldn't get it right. The answer, it's a very interesting topic, a topic I like to talk about, but I just couldn't articulate myself. I couldn't express myself in the right way. So I took a step back, took a break, and I'm back. And what is this question? Well, it's a question from Dayman1594, and he asks, what are your views on religion? Interesting question, quite a loaded question as well. And I could talk on this subject for hours if I wanted to, easily. I am an atheist. I don't believe in any god or gods. That's how I was brought up. And most Swedes are atheists or agnostics. The vast majority of us. And let me tell you a story, actually. When I was younger, maybe perhaps 15, 16 years old, I fell in love with a girl across the sea, an American girl. And she was a Christian, a rather conservative Christian. She believed what was in the Bible, and to gain her favor, I read the Old Testament, to see what her faith was all about, and I didn't like what I was reading, and I asked her about it. They born into sin. Jesus with his Messiah figure, and how everyone who do not believe in God goes to hell. And she said, yeah, she believed in all of that. The world is 6,000 years old, and gay people should go to hell. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing or reading, for that matter. It all seemed extremely pretentious, and the two of us, we ended up hating each other, actually. She hated me because I bashed her religion quite relentlessly, so I'm as much at fault as she is. And of course I hated her because I couldn't understand that she believed these things which I considered to be almost evil, So after that, I have always taken a kind of defensive stance on religion. I'm not a big fan at all, and I'm going to talk mostly about the Christian faith here, because I think it's what we all have most experience with. So I don't know that all Christians believe the same thing. I believe that the conservative Christians are the ones I have the most problem with, and there are more liberal Christians who don't believe that gay people should go to hell. That perhaps not all people goes to hell just because they don't believe in God. It's a changing religion. It evolves. But in general, I have a very hard time with Christians, since I don't agree with their fundamentalist, the fundamental beliefs of their religion at all. It has gone so far that I can't really enter a church because I feel this almost anger building up inside of me, because it feels kind of, I don't know, regressive, narrow-minded. Again, just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you believe all these things, and I do have a good relationships with a few Christians, those who have broadened their mind a little bit. But the conservative ones, I always seem to clash with when we discuss. And I'd like to discuss religion, Christianity. I've discussed it with priests, other holy men, and it's always interesting because you can't assume that you know what. Just because they're Christians, you just can't say, oh, okay, so you hate gay people, you believe the world is 6,000 years old, and you believe that we're all going to hell, because that's not how a discussion works. You know, you have to ask them, do you believe this? Do you believe that the Earth is 6,000 years old? You know, are you creationists? What kind of church are you? Are you in the Roman Catholic Church? Are you Protestant? And I hope that they don't assume they know everything about me because I'm an atheist / agnostic. I probably shouldn't dwell too deep into this because I'm afraid I'll get stuck in a never-ending loop. But let's just say that me and Christians in general, if they're very conservative, do not mix very well. Liberal Christians, like I said, I have a few friends, and while I will never really understand the Christian faith, I can accept it to the degree that I'm not bothered by it. That's not entirely true. I'm always going to be a little bit bothered by Christianity, but I can accept it, you know, if they are have a broad mind, and I think that's the only thing I'm going to say about this topic. I risk offending a whole lot of people if I continue, and we all want to be friends here, right? That's good. So, I think I finally nailed that question. So, question number 2 from Dayman 1594. It only took about 8 hours to get that question right. So, question number 2. What is the most embarrassing moment in your life? Okay. This one is also quite easy. It's easier than the first one. It was when my older brother told everyone, we had a family dinner with friends and everything, friends of the family. He told everyone I had been surfing erotic materials on the net. It was like when I was 15, 16 as well. And he told everyone during the dinner, and I just wanted to vanish into the ground. It was quite the horrible, embarrassing experience. Question number 3. What game in the Mass Effect trilogy is your favorite and why? No spoilers. It's Mass Effect 3. I like the epic storyline. I like the character relationships. That they are fully developed, and I love Clint Mansell as his piano pieces that he has for Mass Effect 3. Good work. Number 4. If you could choose, let's do that again. Number 4. If you could only take part in one of these activities for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Playing games, watching films, reading books, or listening to music? I would be playing games, because that kinda involves watching films, reading books, and listening to music. Because you get to read, you get to listen to music, you get to watch cutscenes, and you get to play a game. So playing games, hands down. I have always thought that the game industry is the most. It triumphs all other forms of entertainment, you know. Question number 5. Do you prefer sci-fi or fantasy? I prefer sci-fi. I like tech, and I like space. So, there you go. Although fancy, it's really cool as well. Question number 6. Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Well, it was Michelangelo, but these days I think I prefer Leonardo, the leader. And I do love Katana, his swords. Next question. Which country do you want to visit most that you haven't already been to? That would be Japan, probably, because the culture is so different from ours here in Sweden and Europe that it would probably be a nice change of pace. Culture clash, most likely, but it's just so different from ours, so it would be a nice experience. And next question is, your house is burning down. What single possession do you save? My computer. It is the most expensive, and I believe I have all my important things on here. Well, except the passport, which would be a pain to replace, but oh well. So yeah, my computer. What makes you angry? Ignorance, stupidity, people with no respect. Probably all of these things. Do you have any bizarre habits? Not really. I'm quite the normal guy. Who are your top 5 Mass Effect characters and why? Alright. Well, number 1 is Shepard. Can talk, can fight, diplomatic, aggressive, defensive. I mean, he can do everything. And I love that guy / girl. Number 2 would be David Anderson. You know, he's a generally good person, a good friend. Number 3 would be Stephen Hackett, because I like older men with beard, who are like strategic commanders, uncompromising. Number 4 would be Tali, probably. You know, she's a cute techie. And number 5 would be Edie, because I love her character development, especially in Mass Effect 3. And the last question is, what is love? Oh, love is a powerful neurological activity, a condition, just like hunger or thirst, only more permanent. Yeah, I am so romantic. Alright, next one. Next person asking questions is Doom Extreme 1. And he asks, money / success or happiness / family? I would choose happiness / family. Family is very important to me, and so is happiness. Money and success will probably lead to happiness, but I think I'll probably die with more regrets choosing money and success than family and happiness. So, what kind of music do you rock out to? Okay, let's open my Spotify. Oftentimes, I love Pink Floyd. I like Daft Punk. But all in all, most of all, I like instrumental music from games and movies. But if we talk normal music, let's just see my Spotify list here. Okay, we have Daft Punk, Florence and the Machine, Nine Inch Nails, Nickelback, Hofmaestro, Björn Afzelius, Inon Zur, The Animals, Ugly Kid Joe, Robbie Williams, John Ossie, Love It, Rolling Stones, Michael McCann, Bob Sinclair. It's all over the place, honestly. ZZ Top, Aerosmith, Metallica, Ellie Goulding. You must say I like good music, you know, whatever the genre. The only genre I have problems with, you know, I don't listen very much to, are hip hop and rap. I don't quite understand it, to be honest. There are a few good songs, perhaps, but no. Not my style of music, I'm afraid. And his last question. If you were to die in a minute, what would you regret the most and what would you appreciate the most? Okay, so regret would be that I didn't keep my diet. It might seem very shallow to you guys, but it's a big thing. I'm working on it, really, honestly. And what would I appreciate the most? That's easy. Family and friends, of course. I love my family and I have great friends. And I feel very lucky having them. And next question comes from Poison Dagger 53. Who shot first? Han Solo shot first. And next one asking questions is D-Dark 127. 127. Do you have any suggestions / advice for someone thinking of getting into or starting LPing? I do. First of all, know how to capture your game footage, either by Fraps or some other recording program. Never record it off the screen because the quality will be atrocious. It's not worth it. Also, know your audio levels. This is a mistake I myself did when I started out. It's better to have a lower in-game audio because they want to hear your voice, you know. And it can be difficult if the in-game audio is too high. And also check your voice levels on the voice recording so they don't peak too much and thus become distorted. So check your audio and make sure you can capture your video footage. And the last question, also from D-Dark 127, is what is your favorite Alien movie and why? I would say Aliens, the second Alien movie, because it had the most action. And I do love my action. And I love my smart guns. It's the sound of those weapons, smart guns and pulse rifles, kind of makes me want to go play Alien vs Predator again. And that's it. That's all the questions you guys had for me. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the answers. And I think I'm going to take a break now. Well-deserved break. And go play some games. So if you've been watching, thank you. And I'll see you guys next time.